G'day guys, it's Ash from Keep Hammering Prospecting. How are we all? Welcome back, I must say. Thanks everyone for your support over the last couple of weeks with me and my road accident injuries. It's been a tough one, it's been a rough one, but I felt good enough today to get out and go try and find some gold. And today guys, I've got an episode for the SDC users. Also have the monster with me if I find any spots out here that's worthy for the monster. I'm currently in Maryborough, Victoria, the Golden Triangle. Bit late in the afternoon, but keen as to get out, keen as to give the SDC a swing and hopefully find that gold. But where I want to start, because I've had a lot of people request if I know anything and if Keep Hammering can help out with the SDC, and yes we can. So today guys, I've got the trusty SDC, I've got the old swing stick, and of course the COS Minelab headphones. First thing I'll say with the SDC guys, if you do own one and you do swing one, the inbuilt speaker in the SDC is not very good. It's very quiet, and if you're swinging your coil over the top of things, which I'll explain and how to do such, it's really hard to hear the threshold change with the target. So we'll start off by how we start and how we run the machine. So guys, as you well know, if you own one, they're very compact, portable and light, especially if you guys have the lithium batteries, they make it a lot lighter, so it's really handy when that come out. Very small, very portable. We all know how to flick it out. You guys will work that out, I'm sure. Guys, and we've got on the side, you've got your power on, and then you've got your sensitivity per se. On the back here, you've got your headphone jack, guys, and then you've got the standard coil that comes with on the SDC. You can buy aftermarket coils now that Coiltech brought out. Great coil. A lot of people are having good success. But from what I've found guys, the standard coil on the SDC is brilliant and you will have no dramas with it. Guys, so the first thing you do is turn it on. You just click out the switch. See if I can get it up for you guys. Pull the switch, click it down, and that'll turn the machine on. Then from there guys, you turn it off, etc. Then down here guys on the sensitivity switch, you've got salt mode down the bottom in the blue. So if you're working salt lakes and stuff like that, or salty grounded areas, Minelab recommends guys, just this factory settings, you run it on 2 in the orange, click it into 2 and away you go. But guys, from what I've learnt in the GT, every setting that I run is 4. Chuck it on 4 and then we'll get to the threshold part in a moment, and you also run the threshold on the 4th setting. Well, volume threshold. So guys, anyway, I'll get the batteries in and we'll run through it. Alright guys, let's jump into the SDC. So for the users out there guys, this is the SDC2300. Awesome machine by Minelab. It is waterproof, it's a PI mono. Well, the standard coil is a mono coil guys. So the target area on this coil is a circle around the whole coil. So when you get a target, you can hear it all the way around. So anyway guys, this is the SDC2300. On the top here, hopefully you can see that well, you've got your ground balance button, the green one. You've got your EMI button, and you've also got your volume button, threshold volume button. Guys, and then on the side here, you've got your power button, and then you've got your sensitivity. That's it, that's the SDC in a nutshell. So guys, we'll start off first thing first. When you're working or you just bought one and you're out there and you're hunting new ground, or you're a veteran that's used it and know what you're doing, sometimes little things and refreshers can really help. So guys, we've had a lot of requests. Do we know and can we help you guys out with the SDC2300? Yes, we can. So we're just going to go over basic startup procedure, threshold, sensitivity, what to listen for, how to set it up when you first get out there. So guys, the first thing you do is set your sensitivity. Now, if you're just learning and you're out there, go on the recommended setting, which is the second, number 2, I'm pretty sure, the green one. Chuck it in that, click it back down. That's it. Run that in that sensitivity. Now, from here out, turn the machine on. Just click that in. She'll go through a startup procedure and tones. Wait for it. There we go. So guys, the first things first. The first thing you do when you first get out in the goldfields, you've got your sensitivity setting on 2. If you can guys, if it's nice and quiet and the humming's beautiful, you can crank that sensitivity up. I've worked this area before, so I'm going to put it in 4. Sensitivity 4, that's how I run it. The first thing I do, guys, when you get out there is on the machine, you've got the EMI button, electromagnetic interference. So if you've got power lines, airplanes flying over, underground services or other detectors in the area, first thing you do is click that button. Now, the SDC is going through all the different frequencies and it will find the best frequency for us right here where we are now. It'll go through them all. Once it's finished, it takes about a minute. You'll get 4 nice strong beeps, and then you'll go back to that nice humming threshold tone that you hear when you start it up. That's the first thing you do. So we'll let it do that, guys. Once that's complete, you put the coil to the ground like you do with every machine. Hold the ground balance button and pump the coil 3 times, like so. So hold the coil down the ground. Hopefully you can hear me still. Hold that green button and pump it up and down 3 or 4 times until that machine settles, and that machine will be ground balanced. So still going through. There we go. So now the SDC has found the best frequency to work on while we're out in the fields. Guys, once you've done that, you've gone through, it's picked its best frequency. You've selected the sensitivity setting you want, or that you can run on the ground you're working. The next thing to do, and you've ground balanced it, the next thing you do is volume. So that's just self-explanatory. Quiet, loud. I always run mine on about 4, or the 4th light on the top. There's a whole group of lights, and that's how I run it. Sensitivity 4, sound on 4, or volume 4, threshold 4, guys, and that is it. Now, some really cool features on the SDC that a lot of people aren't aware of. If you're out there and you're not sure how much battery life you've got left, all you have to do, guys, is hold down those 2 buttons. And then that meter up there will tell you if it's full or not. Just like so. So my battery's full, and if it's down this way, it's running low. And when the SDC does get low on battery, trust me, you'll know it does all crazy noises and tells you battery's flat. Guys, another really cool tip. Now, the SDC has 2 threshold tones, or 2 humming tones. The best way to explain it. So this one is in the highest pitch setting. I'll use that as an example. Guys, this setting's really good for the elderly or people that struggle with hearing. The SDC also has quite a lower tone threshold that you can change, and that can help a lot with everyone's different. It can help with your hearing and picking up those small threshold breaks. So this currently now is running on the SDC dances. That's the best way I explain it. It's just spinning around and you can hear it just humming nicely and fluttery. It's dancing. As soon as that fluttery changes, or you hear a slightly separate tone, that's a target, guys. Dig it. Give it a scrape and find that target. But when you get it out of the box and that sound doesn't work with your ears, all you have to do, guys, see if I can show you, is hold down the volume button. See if I can do this one-handed. Hold down the volume button and turn the machine off. Continue to hold that button and turn the machine back on. The SDC will make a boop beep beep if don't ask me to do that again. It'll go from a low tone to a high pitch tone. That's how you know that the setting is in the higher pitch setting. And then if you do it the other way, it'll go from a higher pitch to a lower pitch and let you know that it's changed to the lower pitch. Let's turn it back on. So it went beep boop boop. So now we're in the lower threshold tone, and that is it. It's a really good thing to know, because if it's not working for your ears one way, switch it over to the other one and try it that way. Obviously, guys, like everything, and we'll see if we can change it to show you the difference. So it's a lot more of a mellow, sort of more of a drawn out sort of target tone when you hit a target. So that's the lower setting function. I like to run it on that function personally. We'll turn that off. Guys, a pinpointer is a really good idea with the SDC. You do not need it at all. The standard mono coil, guys, the target area on a mono is around the whole thing. So when you do swing over a target, you'll hear 2 threshold breaks or a wobble tone, and that's a target. So definitely scrape that, guys. The other cool thing about it is these are waterproof, but check in the manual, because I can't quite remember the depth of these. Really handy, fold up, really nice, really good machine. Love it. The SDC is a weapon. So guys, I hope that helped. That is the SDC startup in a nutshell. Hopefully we can get out there today and find some gold. It has been nearly 2 months now since I've had a chance to get out in the gold fields, and having the SDC today is exciting and I can't wait to use it. I do have the Monster here, so if I find any pipe clay areas or ground that the Monster will be working in, that thing will definitely be coming out. It is such a good machine. Also, the handy thing about having a Monster with an SDC is the Monster's a really, really good pinpointer. Plus a really good machine depending on where you're working. So guys, that's the SDC. I'm about to get out there and jump in. But before I do that, guys, the SDC, headphones. The speaker that comes with it, the inbuilt one, isn't that great and you'll struggle to hear things. What I see a lot too is the coil, the way this is set up. I see a lot of people with the SDC out there. This is a really good tip and it'll help you big time. Increase your chances of finding that smaller gold that the SDC picks up, is their coil. They get it to a roughly about the angle that they want with the ground and they'll tighten the thing up as tight as they can go. So they'll tighten it and tighten it and tighten it down so that won't move at all. Don't do it, guys. Keep it as loose as you can. So it's just like this. And the reason being, now, hopefully you can see and hear me, when you run the coil over the ground while you're swinging, put it on the ground and literally scrape the ground as you swing. It's a PI machine, so it won't give you bouncy feedback like the Monster does. Run it along the ground. And the reason why I say keep that coil floppy and loose is because if you're the contours of the ground, that coil will now move with the contours of the ground and it'll increase your chances of finding that gold target. So keep it loose, guys. Keep it really loose. Keep it low. Scrape it along the ground. Wait for that threshold, that humming, fluttering humming to break. All right, guys. Now, this is what I mean by when you've got a target and you're hearing that humming, as you can hear, hopefully. When that threshold breaks, that means you have a target. And I have a target just here, so I'll explain it and show you exactly what it sounds like. I'll turn this guy around. All right. There's the SDC, you can hear it humming, doing its thing. Now I found a small target here, it was nice and light. So now when I go back over it, alright, so you guys can hear there's a target there also. That humming noise that you're hearing, it's what it sounds like. And now you can hear that threshold break, guys, so that's a target tone on an SDC. There's also an indicator. Those lights will indicate certain tones, so when I go over a tone, those numbers will increase. Anyway, guys, that's what I mean by the threshold. Sorry about the hand. Has been a long time since I've been out and doing this. Anyway, guys, let's have a look and see what it is. But anyway, that's a threshold break. That's a tone. Cheers. And bang, you have a target. Anyway, guys, that's the other really good tip to have. Keep this loose and it'll go with the contours of the ground. So that's the SDC. So guys, first things first, get your settings. If you're learning and you're new, sorry about the swing stick, chuck it on 2. Sensitivity 2. Drop the coil to the ground, press the EMI button, wait for it to find its frequency that's good for the area. That'll eliminate a lot of noise. Then turn the volume onto 4. That's what I recommend, but it's up to you. You can do what you like. Then hold the ground balance button and pump the coil on the ground 3 or 4 times until the machine quietens down. And you are ready to go and chase that gold. So guys, anyway, without further ado, I'm really keen to get out there. It's getting late. I haven't had a swing yet. It's been awesome. Hopefully I can show you what the threshold break and tone is, and hopefully we can get onto some gold. If not, oh well, it's just beautiful being out here. So guys, that's the SDC in a nutshell. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, guys. It really, really helps us do what we love doing and helps us get content out to you guys. So, awesome.
Had a man with a good place for sifting. He invited me digging, so I picked up my screen and a shovel.